Hi everyone, Simber Lily Quinn here from the Improvising Harpist, and today I have with me Charlene Elderkin with Harp to Heart, who's been working with me for the last few weeks, and I wanted to introduce you and her work to you and just share a little bit about what we've been doing together. So welcome, Charlene.
Well, thank you.
So glad you're here. So I wanted to share with everybody a little bit of your journey working with me, and I wanted to ask you what originally attracted you to coming to work with me, and what kind of problems were you hoping that you might be solving by working with me?
Well, we had an initial, conversation, and you asked me like, well, what kind of things, do you need help with? And so I had these kind of random areas of focus, and they weren't all just on playing the harp. I'm a self-taught harpist for the most part, and so there were some things I think that were holding me back. I had some physical issues, and so anyway, I just needed some help with a few, technically, how do I increase the strength of my hands so I can do things like that. So there were some things about the harp, and then it was like, I've got this website, and I've been stuck on it, and it's Wix. And you said, "Oh, I know Wix." I'm like, really? You could help me with my website? And then it was, and I've wanted to learn how to score music, and I just need some help with that. And you said, "I can help you with that." So it seems like everything that in this random world of things that might be holding me back, like you had experience and could help me with, and I often can figure things out myself, but if I get frustrated, then I'll just stop. And so I thought, well, this is a good opportunity to invest in myself and to have somebody that I'm accountable to, because that really helps me meet goals. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you make a really good point too, that I'm like that too, where I can get it done by myself, but do I always get it done by myself? Sometimes I need someone, I too need a coach and have a coach who helps me stay accountable and stay on focus and all of that stuff. So it was really fun to help you with your website and see the progress and knowing that what we were doing together was going to increase your business and make it easier for you to be found and make it easier for you to promote yourself, because then you could point people to your website. And that was a fun,
Yeah.
fun project, fun part of the time that we had worked together. And then you scored Crazy, the Willie Nelson tune, for harp,
Mhm.
and then we went out and tested it. You gave me permission to go out and test that at a workshop that I did while we were working together, and that was a big success too. People really, the 10 harpists that played it were like, wow, this is really playable. They especially loved that the melody was in both the left and right hand. That was made it really fun to play, and
Mhm.
lever changes were really clear. The music was really clear, and so I would call that a big success as
Well, that
well.
was really fun. And I was asking for your feedback. Just look at it and play through it and see if you can understand, my intention, can read it. I mean, even though, but you'd been with me all along, and so you offered to take it to this workshop, and I was very thrilled that people who hadn't seen it would be playing it, and the feedback. And it's like, there's no bigger compliment than when somebody plays your music and say, "Can we add that to our repertoire?" Like, yay. And it's encouraging, because I have, and one of the reasons I wanted to learn to score is, over the years, I've hand scored two things that I've written, and all my arrangements and other things are in my head. And
Mm.
so wanted to get them down, so that and sometimes I'll come back to something after a couple of years, and I'm like, what did I do here? I don't remember. And then I have to like sit and play, and then until it comes back. So that's really, and it actually was a lot of fun. Yeah, to figure out and do it. So I really enjoyed that.
That's awesome. And then one of the other projects we worked on was creating some videos, some promotional videos for you. to go out to the funeral directors, and I guess that was the main one, was the getting that one
And the
finished,
therapeutic music
and the therapeutic
ones.
music ones to get out to this. So
And what I like about Simber is that you have some background in, like, I get overwhelmed when I don't know about something, and like what do I use for a mic, and how how should I set this up? So and the other thing is, like, you have apps. Like, I just I don't use apps. I have a social media apps and stuff, and I'm only recently have gotten a cell phone for my business. So he's like, "Oh, I think there's an app for that." and so just I like your background, because you have a business background. You understand the music business as well as how to teach harp, and then and you're comfortable with technology, and so your skill set was such a good fit for what I needed. And so and just the more we went along, it's like, oh, she thinks like me, and and she understands how I work. So that made it just really productive, I think.
oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, so the benefits of working with me, would you say, would be?
Well, it's always good to have someone to be accountable to. But with you, and specifically, for one thing, you put everything on a Google sheet. Take notes. I mean, I take my own notes because it helps me remember if I write things, but often those will get lost somewhere and come back to the Google sheet, and I can see this is what we did, and this is what I'm supposed to do this week. And like, you help. Oh, I had a gig come up, and I had never written a contract before, and like, he freely gave me a sample of your contract, and I fixed that, and we looked through it. So the way you work, and you record the sessions, and I always have the option of having a recording of the session. um, and your skill set, and the way that you organize the sessions, and in a way that I can come back to them, even if, like, my notes are incomplete or lost. So those are just some of the ways that I think working with you really worked for me. Yeah.
Oh, great. Oh, it's been such a pleasure working with you, and I'm looking forward to continuing on with our monthly sessions. It helped keep you
Yeah.
accountable, and help keep you working on the next projects. I know you've got a big piece that you're scoring right now that you're working on, and whatever else comes up. Looking forward to helping you with that.
Yeah. And that's, a good point, is like, as our 12 weeks is coming to an end, I could have just, stopped there, but I thought, I know myself, and I really like having your feedback. And so if I have a once a month check in, then there'll be that, okay, what am I going to have to show December for this month? And it will help me to keep working where I might have gotten distracted otherwise. So I'm looking forward to that, because I always have lofty goals, and that I don't quite reach, but then I'm getting more than if I wouldn't have had them in the first place.
Mm.
Um, yeah, so
Yeah,
I
and
feel, that,
you're always welcome to
well,
reach
that's,
out to me on, Facebook or email in between sessions too. That's part of the
yeah,
ongoing package. And um, yeah, delighted to continue the relationship and see what you do next.
yeah, you're always accessible, so that's another thing, is that, if I keep checking in with you and something comes up, I know I can send you a quick message, and you'll get back to me. So,
Yeah, thanks. Well, thanks so much for chatting with me and sharing your thoughts.
mhm.
It's really helpful, and I hope that this is helpful to others to hear how the work process has been working for us. And I'll look forward to seeing you soon.
Oh, yes.
Thanks, Charlene.
Thank you.